Let's begin with something very simple, a strip of paper. Imagine this entire strip is one complete unit. So whenever we say one, we are talking about this full strip. Now let's see what happens when we start dividing this whole strip. I'm folding this strip into two equal parts. See how the size has changed? The strip looks smaller now because it's folded, right? So now when you unfold it, you get a crease in the middle which divides the strip into two equal parts. That's 1 by 2 each, right? Now upon folding the previously folded strip again into two equal parts, it looks like this. And when we open it again, we can see more creases. This time, the strip is divided into four equal parts. Let's understand these parts very carefully. Look at the first part. It's basically one part out of four parts which is represented by 1 by 4. If we take two such parts, that means we are adding 1 by 4 and 1 by 4. It becomes 2 times 1 by 4, that is 2 by 4. If we take three such parts, it becomes 3 times 1 by 4, that's 3 by 4. And if we take all four parts together, we get 4 by 4, which is equal to 1. That's one complete strip again. So fractions are simply equal parts of a whole. Let's take this one step further. We fold the previously folded strip one more time into two equal parts. Now the strip becomes even more compact, and when we open it, we get 8 equal parts. Now each part is represented by the fraction 1 by 8. If I take two such parts, I will get 2 by 8. Three parts, I will get 3 times 1 by 8, that's 3 by 8. Four parts, I'll get 4 by 8. And then if I take all the 8 parts together, that's 8 times 1 by 8, that is 8 by 8, which gives me one whole strip again. So no matter how many parts we create, taking all the parts always brings us back to 1. So what did we do here? We took one whole unit and divided it into equal parts, where each small part is called a fractional unit. Okay, and using these fractional units, we can measure quantities easily. Now let's think a little differently. Can we make 1 by 3 using a paper strip? Yes, we can. This time, instead of folding it into two equal parts, we divide the strip into three equal parts. So each part becomes 1 out of 3 parts, that is 1 by 3. Alright, now I have another question. Can we use this to make 1 by 6? Let's see. To make 1 by 6, we can fold each part of the strip into two equal parts again. Or shall I say, let's divide each fractional unit into two equal parts like this. Here, one part is represented by 1 out of total 6 parts, that is 1 by 6. Now let's connect this idea to something we see in real life. Think of a full roti as one whole. Upon dividing the roti into two equal parts, we get each part equal to 1 by 2. Or we can represent this part as 1 times 1 by 2, right? So when we have two parts together, we write as 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 or 2 times 1 by 2. Now if we have three parts, it becomes 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, that is 3 times 1 by 2. Okay, now for 4 parts, we get 4 times 1 by 2 like this. So we can describe how much the quantity is by collecting together the fractional units. Now let's apply the similar idea to 1 by 4. Okay, let's take one part, that's 1 by 4, or shall I say 1 times 1 by 4. If I take two such parts, I will write 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4, that's 2 times 1 by 4. If we have three such parts, we'll write 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4, that's 3 times 1 by 4. So for 4 such parts, we will get 4 times 1 by 4, which is nothing but one full roti.